SISU. Wow, what a movie this is. There's going to be a little bit of a recap, a little bit of a review. Too long didn't read version is, however you can see this movie, go and see it. It's a fantastic example of show, don't tell. No unnecessary dialogue in it. In fact, the only words that SISU, that's not his name in the movie, but I'm going to call him that. The only words that SISU says is right at the end of the movie in this scene that's behind me at the moment when he's in the bank. And a bit of a spoiler alert at this point. He finds gold and he's lugging gold around and it's just damn heavy. And when he gets to the bank, he says he wants cash, big notes, because it's not so heavy to lug around. And he does it in the typical Finnish fashion without smiling or just, straight face, because the Finns don't really show much emotion when they talk, Anyway, so the whole premise of the movie, the whole plot, the whole everything in the movie is that he's just prospecting for gold. He finds some, he's just minding his own business, going about his business, and the Nazis thrust themselves into his business, into his life. He takes some out, wants to be left alone, tries to go about his business, and they thrust themselves into his life some more. And it's a repetitive theme throughout the movie. There's only one little piece of extra. There's a couple little info dumps about who he is from other people. So I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler. When the Germans find his dog tag, they do a information search on him and they discover that he was a soldier and the Russians killed his family or something, and then he went on a revenge rampage and no one could control him and they just used to unleash him, send him out by himself, and he's got over 300 confirmed Soviet kills. So no one seems to be able to kill him. And then later on, soldiers are being told by a captive woman that everybody knows who he is and you won't stop him because now you've enraged him. Now his vengeance is on you. And no, he's not immortal. He just refuses to die. So this kind of explains why in the trailers, hey, he sets himself on fire, he gets shot, landmines. If you've seen the movie where the gunpowder gets tipped into the side, lit up, to cauterize the wound, and you're like, oh, yeah, whatever, but yeah, you can get it. I think that was a Rambo. And if it wasn't Rambo, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It's like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. This guy takes the cake. The self-surgery, if you like, that he does on himself is just like, wow, okay, he's pretty determined. Like I said, he set himself on fire and just jumped in the water. And how he breathes while he's underwater, well, I'm not going to spoil that one, but it's like, okay, all right. No wonder it scares all the other people about how he breathes underwater. And look, at this point, you have to suspend your belief in any kind of reality because his wounds would surely do him in. They try to hang him, blow him up with a mine. He sets himself on fire. He can't drown. And look, by this stage, anything goes. So when he throws his pickaxe into the bottom of a plane and it stays engaged in the plane and up he goes, holding onto the pickaxe, you just go, yeah, whatever, okay. He can do anything at this point when he fights his way into the plane from outside the plane while the plane is in midair. You just go, yeah, all right. That's him. He's indestructible. He gets injured. Don't get me wrong. He gets injured. Have a look at his face. He looks a little bit better now than he did. And I do believe that from his prospecting site to Helsinki, where the bank is, in the end, it's over like 800 kilometers that he's traveled to just put his gold in the bank in Helsinki. But anyway, having said that, it's what I call a mindless violence movie. It's not trying to push a message or an agenda or any weird anything. It's just focusing on a guy. Think of like Die Hard or the movie Blade, where it's not so much about trying to have underlying messages. It's just someone's been dropped in the thick of it. And here is them trying to deal with the issues that they now find themselves involved in. No current day anything inserted into the movie. There is the one scene that you might have seen in the trailer, which is the all the females walking together, but that makes sense when you see the movie. That scene makes sense in it, so you just go, yep, fair enough, that's cool, on we go. And look, the movie's just a whole bunch of fun. However you can get to see it, whether it's Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, Stan, or some other way, shape, or form, however you watch your movies, I say go and get the movie. Go and watch it. And if you can buy it cheap enough at the movie shop on DVD or Blu-ray, like not if it's a full price movie, but if it's like a super cheap movie, add it to your real world tangible collection, because it's got a lot of rewatchability to me. Like Die Hard has rewatchability. Blade has rewatchability. The Equalizer movies have rewatchability. And this has rewatchability like that as well. It's massively show don't tell. Like I said, he only has some words at the end of the movie, but you don't really seem to care about it. And when he speaks, of course, he speaks in Finnish. So there you go. But if you've seen it, hey, let me know what you think of it down below.